I'm just
So
gonna mark it
what?
down as done.
What next? So you wanted to go to the gang. We can go to the gang.
Yes, the children.
Yeah, the feral orphans. They all have rabies. Ooh, none. Our chances aren't too high. We can play groundsman for them and get a third of their haul, or we can rob them. They see us
I
a
mean,
possible ally, and naturally, I don't do allies.
you're gonna rob orphans?
I'm gonna rob orphans. That's my name,
Jesus.
actually. My name is Rob Orphan.
Rob Orphan? Ah, hello, Mr. Orphan. Like,
Oh, please call
how
me
are you today?
Robert.
I feel like if you were a bad writer, that's what Batman's name would be. Like Rob Orphan. I would much rather not rob the orphans. It just feels like such a bad choice.
So we can play groundsman for them.
I'll
Go.
be groundsman.
We failed. It's hardly your fault that on your first attempt, when you cost a clergyman a clumsy orphan attempting to swipe his hat, instead sticks a fishhook in his ear. There's no sound on earth or under it, like the sound of a clergyman with a fishhook in his earlobe. Yeah, no, I really don't think that this was my fault particularly.
That's. I guess we should have robbed them.
We should have robbed them. Ah, well, now our opportunism has changed. Now we can either go bare knuckle fight, attracting criminal element, or we can burgle a Glim SA's office. Those who certify and assess Glim are appointed by the Masters of the Bazaar. Most burglars wouldn't dare. Would you?
I mean, I'm down. You down?
I'm down. 30%
I'm
chance.
always-
Easy. Easy. You failed. Surely they can't be guards. The tales of what happened to those who robbed the Master's operations are sobering. You expect there to be little in the real security, and indeed the locks are cheap and the doors flimsy. However, what you weren't expecting was a workroom full of caged mice and weasels. They make a squeaking, chattering racket as you enter, which attracts a nearby constable. You leave hastily, empty-handed. Well, that was that. We can do that again.
I'm gonna mark this one down as filler.
Yeah, but our chances increased by 1%. So
Oh,
really,
one? Oh,
we should
wow.
do it again.
Okay, here's a math question for you, Luke. Each time you do this, it takes one action, and you increase it by 1%. How many hours? And it takes 10 minutes to gain an action back. How many hours would it take?
0, because I'm succeeding now. A distressing reputation is not enough. The tales of what happened to those who robbed the Master's operation are sobering. It seems our TCS are most of what protects his saying office, and you find it a simple matter to sneak in and help yourself to the samples under scrutiny, which is fine, but your attention is drawn by the long covered cages in the workroom. A sleepy squeaky pricks your curiosity enough to lift the covers. Apparently Sayers is keeping mice and weasels in his laboratory. Odd, but not your problem. Do I get the highest marks on the math test? Because I was right.
I mean, you're technically correct. You're technically correct, so... Yeah. The best kind of correct.
Now I can either case a mansion, or I can case a jeweler's job. Examine.
I would like to understand what we need for waylay a weasel seller.
Oh, we need Our Way Whispered in Darkness 3, which I don't really know how we get.
Ah, so making your name whispered in dark. I didn't make notes on that.
Maybe it is
Right.
making your name. Maybe that's how we increase that. Would make sense, really.
Yeah. I think we should actually just do making your name, because I'm very curious as to what it would actually get.
Which making? There's a making a name in every area. You want to make your name
Yeah,
in
so-
area diving here.
Yeah, no, yeah, the one in Spite. I've written it down as the next step, but maybe it's changed to area diving.
The area is the lower stairs where the kitchen staff go in and out. The area diverts to Arthur sneaking in and finding whatever valuables and left about, which sounds profitable. Time it right, and they might not have locked away the silverware, or he might intercept the delivery of something tasty. I love how when we're outside of Spite, we're like, we are a investigator investigating crime, and we have morals. We ratted several people out of the constabulary for money. And we also followed several suspicious people just because it felt like, well, we needed to know. In Spite's like, yo, I can break in and fucking steal shit. yo, free money.
I can just imagine you at your like career fair. You know, oh well, I guess I could train to be a plumber. You know, spend 3 years and then earn some money. Or I could just steal things. And it's like being a plumber, except without the training.
It's the ultimate entry position job.
Yeah, no experience required. So I'm looking for jobs right now, and the amount of like entry position roles that require you to have 1 year of experience is kind of insane.
Yeah, it is. I've had the same experience on several things.
Well, it's just I don't understand the logic there. If it's an entry role,
listen,
why do I need a year in your industry?
Your good friend, Rob Orphan. Remember him? He said people, HR people are stupid. And I think he's right.
Is he now canonically known as Rob Orphan?
Yes, that's his actual name. I doxed him. I'm so sorry.
Well, I mean, it fits. He's got some orphan energy.
Okay, how do you have orphan energy?
When you're a bit sad, when there's, you know, he makes a joke and you can just see the sadness in his eyes.
All right.
You know, orphan energy.
Okay, of course. But HR people just put random shit in the thing, because they don't really talk to the people that actually need the job, right? If they need a programmer, the programmer doesn't come over and she's like, so we need someone with these specifications, right? HR just kind of says, all right, what does someone, so you need what language? Oh, you need Swift. All right. We would like someone with 7 years of Swift experience. And they've never done the research that Swift came out like 3 years ago. They don't know.
Yeah.
HR people don't know shit. In fact, my dad's a middle manager in somewhere. And I hear a lot of HR stories of HR just being completely pointless. Like being actively stupid. You think HR would be these super trained people that is all about, you know, their human resources. They're supposed to make things good for the people. Their job is to create a nice workplace. But nearly everywhere, they do the opposite and they don't know anything. And they always invite our friends. So HR is filled with nepotism and incompetence. So there's your answer.
That makes so much sense. So our HR girl at work is, we were looking for someone to help us out, like as an intern, with some stuff, and now it's her daughter. Her daughter is now helping us out.
Yeah, exactly. Nepotism and incompetence. That's all HR is. I'm sorry if any HR person is watching, but you know it's true.
I'm gonna check your subscriber graph after this goes up. I hope there's a noticeable dip, like that we've lost the HR market.
Half of my subscribers were HR. Oh, but I did just remember something that has nothing to do with this. But we did get a message from Bob Dylan that I completely forgot about.
Can we let's have a look?
Yeah, here. Oh no, this one is just we can have professional payment again. But wait, no, isn't it this?
You received a letter from Bob Dylan. You now have one improvised dueling name.
Wait, message you can't email. What did I just click? Oh, email a copy of message to yourself. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Oh, this is just the message. It's just here.
Yeah, you've received a lesson from Bob Dylan. You now have one improvised dueling manual. Nice. I can beat someone up. Hello, Luke and Shadow. I've been down here for a little bit. Say about 2 years. I came down during Christmas 2 years ago and tasted some neef snow. Not good. And yes, I've seen your channel. Smiley face.
Bob Dylan does know us. Oh, this is fantastic. This is the best outcome. We need to message Bob Dylan back.
Do we? We can just communicate.
Yeah.
We can communicate to them through video form.
Yes,
In fact,
well,
you speaking right now has a high chance that if he watches our Fallen London, that you're communicating to him right now.
yes, but I like the idea of communicating through someone through Fallen London way more than I like the idea of.
Well, the thing
people are
is,
actually listening to me.
we don't have a
I'm
lot.
more comfortable.
We don't have a lot of money. every letter costs a penny, and they're a finite resource.
Hey, I'm just going to add a new tab to my Excel spreadsheet called Side Quest, and the only entry on it is going to be get more money to send more letters.
Yeah, we need to find a way to get echoes so we can send Bob Dylan more letters without feeling bad about spending a 29th of our network.
It's like you have to remortgage your house in order to send one letter.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. I own Tesla and Twitter, and I had to sell Twitter just so I could send a letter.
I did see a funny advert on the train the other day. It was about talking to your bank about setting up a savings account, and it said, "We will listen to you, and it doesn't matter that you lost all your money in crypto. You can come to us and we'll help you out. Like we'll give you good advice." And like there was a picture of a man just looking at his phone being sad. I'm like, oh my god, there's probably a lot of people. The fact that they're advertising to like a particular demographic of like people who have lost money in crypto.
It's either very nice of them because they're like, we want to help you, or it's super shady because they want to take advantage of these people even harder.
Well, I believe it was like the financial. It was like an advice bureau of a bank. So I assume it's like above board.
Well,
But yeah,
what if I told you that not all banks are trustworthy?
what? Get out of here! You're telling me HSBC and Deutsche Bank are not trustworthy? Get out!
Some banks, they're just in it for the money.
Well, I've heard. I mean, the stories are that Deutsche Bank is like the most corrupt entity on the earth.
I think, isn't that FIFA?
That might be. You know what? there are a couple of top tier corruptions, and honestly, Luke, come to think of it, I think good content for your channel might be a corruption tier list, where we look at all the companies and we put them on the tier list of how good their corruption is.
We could make
and by good, I mean how corrupt they are. You know?
Oh, this is a short. This is going to into the heavily edited short idea folder. We're doing this, but for now, let's play Fallen London.
Okay, for now, let's play Fallen London.
We need to get rid of 12. We need to get rid of one action a minute now in order for the rest of this part. So, a professional reward. Thou shalt not bind the church bat's ears, and the labor is worthy of his reward. Oh wait, this is just the reward thing, isn't it? Wait, what is this?
No, this is just you click go, and then you pick something, right?
Yes, we're okay. Four in one go. Oh boy. Man, our watchful. Alright, we have a job as an inquirer. Of course, our watchful goes up every time. Anyway, back to the area diving thing we were doing. We were casing the target. The area is rarely locked up, but staff are always in and out. Timing is everything. You need to build up a casing quality to at least 4 to complete this.
Well, the straightforward approach, if you use the hastily scored note, that will give you basically 50% odds, maybe 60% actually, of succeeding.
We could also just spend a bit of money. So we have a decent amount.
That's such a better idea. Let's do that. Let's spend all this currency that we're not doing anything with.
No, we got casing. We could just keep spending money instead of our. All right, for the low price of 150 out of 2,500, we have what we need. Making your name, the first dive. Tonight, it's the night. Are you ready to do some crime?
I'm so ready to crime.
Tonight is the night. All is prepared. The servants will be busy with the salon. In and out fast. That's the key. We succeed. For secret chutney, for the 3.5 minutes that you need, the area is empty. You help yourself to a rather fetching set of matched roasty gold cutlery. On your way out, you see a box nestled behind the preserves in the pantry. Actually, more a chest than a box. It looks very solid and locked more securely than a chutney. Even a really good chutney would warrant. Your pockets are bulging with spoons, so resolve to return for this intriguing morsel on another night. Continue to unlock the storyline further. Our villainy has increased to 2.
Nice.
And we stole 100 gold from them. Or sorry, rusty gold. Same difference, really. And we could keep doing this.
Oh, is this just filler?
Well, it's a story.
Mm.
Yeah, like, you just there. You had the story. There's a chutney, which I thought was a fruit, but I guess it isn't.
Okay, I'm happy to keep on doing this till we run out of actions and just see what happens to the chutney.
What the fuck is a chutney though? That's a meal, isn't it? That's like that's a recipe. That's a thing you eat.
Well, no. So a chutney, it's like kind of like a sauce that goes with Indian dishes.
Yeah, but then how do they have
the Indian version of salsa? Basically.
But they had a locked up chutney. How do you have? Did they mean why? What's the question? Why is their sauce so locked up? Why?
The question.
They have a.
The question really is, yeah. What the fuck? Why are you locking up the sauce? What's so important about it?
Okay, we need to know about the sauce. Okay, the thing is, should we just keep spending money, or should we actually try some of these challenges to either get our shadowy or persuasive up? You wanted to get our persuasive up, and no matter if we fail or succeed, our persuasive will go up if we fund this.
In that case, I'm happy to take the 20%.
Why do I have a -1? What did we? I forgot what gives us -1. But we succeed anyway. We could just keep hammering this.
Let's keep going.
We needed persuasive for one of the things. I forgot which one. I think it was like the devil thing.
Yeah, it was to find the devil. We need persuasive. It was called On the Trail. Okay, so that failed. I think we just spend 2. We just buy 2 because we do want to do it today. I think we would just spend the next 2 whispered hints.
Well, then we still use the 2 actions.
Yeah, but then we get the next part of the story and we can leave our audience on the cliffhanger.
Oh, shit. Now you're thinking with... Let's Plays? That doesn't sound as good. Alright, so we have...
I think that's probably sounded way better in your head.
Yeah, it did. How could you tell? It sounded so good.
Well, I heard you lose confidence halfway through the sentence.
It sounded so shit. Well, yes, then next episode, we're making our name with the box in the pantry, where we find out the secret sauce.
Where is the chutney? Who is it for? Will HR ever become competent? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z!